I'll tell you one thing that
Hey, when my girls start to trip and hate before escape, I call Sirius XM 98. Yeah, Thursday to Fox 7 to 9 to talk to Zoe Williams before I lose my mind. Yo, I need advice on my relationship, cause I'm about to start breaking. I can't take it no more. I got to holler at Zoe, the relationship pro. Before we're pack up and go, I got my foot out the door and down for leaving. But first, let me holler at Zoe, the voice of reason. I got one foot out the door and down for leaving. But first, let me holler at Zoe, the voice of reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Zometheus Rising, the voice of reason on Foxhole Radio, Sirius XM 98. You know where I'm at. I'm live at the J Spot. We in, what is this, Inglewood? Inglewood. We in the wood at the legendary J Spot, man. Live at the J Spot right now. J. Anthony Brown spot. Check out J. Anthony Brown at www.janthonybrown.com. And if you're in the vicinity, come on down here. Come on. What's the address here? It's 5851 Manchester Boulevard. That's where we are right now. The J Spot. If you want to come on down and visit and hang out with us, the food is delicious. It's off the chain. Hospitality is a warm vibe. Everybody's in here enjoying themselves. And this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. This is what I need you to do. Quick business that needs to be handled right now. The phone lines are always open. I always encourage callers to reach out and let me know what you're thinking. That's 855-369-9898. That's 855-FOX-9898. I want your opinion. And I want you to follow me on Twitter. That's at Zoe Williams. But here's the easiest way to do it right now. Every single way to get in contact with me, every means of getting in contact with me can be simple as texting. All you have to do is text ZO to 90210. One more time, that's ZO to 90210. That's ZO, not ZOE. That's ZO, right? ZO to 90210. Get at me right now. Join in. You're going to be able to hear about my new book that's coming out, television appearances, relationship roundtables. I got one coming up November 3rd in Tempe, Arizona. Big to do. One day, I think Friday and Saturday. On Saturday, I'll be mentoring some young at-risk youth. And then on Friday, it'll be the Grown and Sexy Relationship Roundtable with me and the brother from CSI, Alimi. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a cold situation. If you're in Tempe, Arizona, come visit Zoe Williams. Now, that business is out the way. Let's get it cracking. I got a couple of topics, and I got some guests rolling through in a bit as well. The first topic is called the baby trap, the secret agenda of desperate people. In 2012, almost 2013, are people still being trapped into parenthood? Is it even possible? Who's responsible? Who's more responsible sexually, the man or the woman? Shouldn't a man just automatically strap up regardless? Or is it the woman's responsibility seeing that she's letting somebody enter into her? And if, you know how Corey Holcomb says, the lost children of ratchet women running the world, here's the question. Are women responsible for the caliber of man they choose to have a child with? And if they are, can they then hold that man to a higher standard? If they already know they chose a bum? Come on now, somebody call me right now. Right now. 855-369-9898. That's 855-FOX-9898. The baby trap. The other thing I want to talk about, it's a continuation from Corey's show. This past Tuesday, where Corey talked about Masons and secret societies. And here's the bottom line. Call me if you disagree. 855-369-9898. 855-FOX-9898. Here's the thing. America's the greatest country in the world, period. You get to do things that other people don't do. Bottom line. Now, with that said, who is the hidden hand? Is everybody controlled? I don't know. I mean, every time I hear very Masonry, or, you know, the videos that are out that says, you know, Jay-Z's a devil worshiper. And it just sounds fantastic and far-fetched and just crazy to me. Somebody call me if you have some proof, some evidence, or whatever. Have they ever proven or found any type of artist to be a bona fide devil worshiper? Maybe Ozzy Osbourne. Was he really a devil worshiper? I don't know. I thought it was an act. Yeah, the guy bit off the head of a pigeon, but I don't know. Was that an act, or was he really, you know, lighting candles and praying to the devil? I don't know. Somebody call us. Is it real? Devil worship in the entertainment industry? 855-369-9898. I'm taking a quick break. When I come back, questions, and I'm opening up the phone lines. Zomethi is rising, voice of reason. Foxhole Radio live from the J Spot. www.janthonybrown.com. Get at us. We'll be back in 2.2. Holla.
The world is yours.
Is the world really ours? Are we free to do what we want? Somebody call me right now at 855-369-9898. Corey Holcomb wanted to talk about it. Hey, I want to talk about it too. But before we get into the conspiracy talk, what about this baby trap, the secret agenda of desperate people? Do you know somebody who's been blackmailed into fatherhood or motherhood or manipulated into it? Do you know somebody? I know a young lady who's being pressured by her she's a newlywed, and her husband's family is on her tough to have a baby. I mean, is it cool to manipulate your partner into parenthood when you're not ready? Somebody call me right now. 855-369-9898. Ladies, have you ever had to hide your birth control pills from your boyfriend or husband out of fear that he would dispose of them or tamper with them? Maybe make you miss a day or so. Somebody call me right now. 855-369-9898. Ladies, have you ever had to take your birth control pills in secret? What about brothers who find their condoms tampered with? Is that still happening in 2012? Somebody call me right now. The baby trap is what we're talking about. We got callers lined up right now. I see the phone lines are on blaze right now. 855-369-9898. Caller, you're in the building. Who are we talking to? Sean from Maryland. Holla at us.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. What's cracking?
Oh, nothing, man. I just when I was listening to you, I just had to call you, man, because like someone tried to make me a victim, and unfortunately, the one who suffered most was the child. I mean, I went to college, did the college thing, got a good job, everything, got married, had a baby with my wife. Someone came out the woodworks 11 years later to tell me that I'm the father of their child. And I said, okay, well, if that's the case, and it's funny because I remember it was a one-night stand, and we did use protection, quote-unquote protection, but that was neither here or there because a baby was brought into this world, apparently, So instead of...
Well, who provided the protection? Did she provide the protection, or did you provide the protection?
In all honesty, in retrospect, she provided the protection. Okay, which was...
So do you feel like she tampered with it? I said, do you fil like she tampered with the...
You want to know what? I don't know. When I think about it, I don't think so. Because, like I said, this was a one-night stand. We barely knew each other. But the unfortunate thing was she did she did conceive a child. My whole issue with it.
Here's a bigger question to ladies out there. Ladies, call in right now at 855-369-9898 if you'd like to speak to this brother who's online. I'm going to hold him on for a second. Let me just say this really quickly. Hold on with me for a second.
Sure.
Why would a woman keep a child from a man she barely knows? How often does this happen? One night stand, we get pregnant, I'm keeping it. I don't even know you, really. But why, ladies out there, some lady, call me right now. I need a woman who got some common sense, who know the real game. Call me right now and give me and this brother some insight. 855-369-9898. Continue your story, brother.
And could I
Go ahead. You got the floor. Yeah, you got the floor. Finish up.
Okay. And here's the thing. When we found out about this child, me and my wife was like, okay, this is something we have to deal with. It's no problem. We'll work it out. I said, I would like to meet my son and everything. She turned straight up nasty. She just got straight up medieval. She didn't want to work with us. She wanted to go through the system. We went through mediation. The mediator asked us what we wanted. We told her we would like to establish a relationship with the child, be decent about this. And the mother's words, quote unquote, was, I just want every penny I can get.
Wow. Hey, brother, thank you for the call. I appreciate it. You brought the DMV into the building. Let me ask another question. He brings up a very important point. We've got females. I already know. 855-369-9898. 855-FOX-9898 is the number to dial. It's going down in the voice of reason. You know how we do here. We stir it up. Well, let me ask, though. This is interesting. Is the baby trap for a particular type of woman an occupation? Is it a job? Let's be real. When I see the type of women that ball players date, or actors or celebrities, I've even had some women tell me straight up, you ain't got enough money to kick it with me. Is it an occupation? The baby trap? Somebody call me right now. 855-369-9898. Callers, we got a female. Give me the female. Kathy from Cali. Come in, Cali Cat.
Hey. Well, I had an opinion on your question as to why a woman on a one-night stand would keep a baby. The only thing there's two things that I can think of. One is she had a purpose from the moment. And, females, I'm a female, we think like that. We're cats. So wow. My other one would be she just, it's part of her. She don't want to have an abortion. She don't want to, end the pregnancy. And that note, the only thing, my question is following her touching base or getting a hold of him is what her motive was when then she turned nasty on him. What was that about?
Let me ask you this, Kat. Let me ask you this. Does maternal instinct, I said instinct, listen to me. Does maternal instinct override morals? Right? Because the moral thing to do is to come to the brother and ask the brother if, in fact, he wants to have a child. Wouldn't that be why is it that once the woman is inseminated and pregnant or whatever, now he has no authority, no control at all. It's all on her, yes or no. Why is that? Go deeper. Did we lose our woman? We need another woman. Call us right now. I know we got women over there. 855-369-9898. What's her name? Jamie from Boston. Bring the East Coast in here and clear up this chicanery.
Hello. So
yes,
you want to know why a man has no decision and what... The first question I was calling on has now been changed into a second one. So what is the question now again?
Hey, answer whichever question you want.
I
know your gun is cocked. Let's go.
When and if you do the tango, it takes two, and you do conceive, it is a huge decision to terminate. A huge decision. The guy has stated before that they barely knew each other. It was a one-night stand, so how were they ever able to get into contact again if she did find out she was pregnant, to get back in touch with them?
Jamie, is it immoral for the woman to exclude the man who helped get her pregnant? Is it immoral for her to allow her maternal instincts to override including him in the process? Maybe he doesn't want a child.
I think it may be a little immoral. I think that
But do women even care?
I care. I'm a woman. I mean, some people have different views. Some people are like, it's my baby. It grew up in me. I'm a raise it all by myself. But in that case, I don't see it that way. I think it takes two to tango. It takes two to conceive. And if you have a child, there should be two people involved, not just one.
Wow.
It takes a village to raise a kid. It doesn't just take one person in welfare.
Wow. Jamie from Boston, you brought a strong point in. We appreciate it. Thank you for the call. We got to take another quick break, but when we come back, callers, 855-369-9898. The baby trap. The way of the desperate, thirsty person. Somebody call us right now. We're live at the J Spot. We'll be back at 2.2. I'm taking callers all the way through the show. We got questions. You got answers. I'll be back.
I might divide the audience here a little bit, but stay with me. Do you know who is overprotecting kids and turning them into sissies? No, it's moms. Yes, it's moms. Anybody in here does not believe me, think back to your own childhood right now. Who protected you? Who looked out for you? When you were in a car driving with your mom and she had to slam on the brakes, what'd she do? Right? Yeah, she shot out the mom arm. She caught you because she cared. It was like spring-loaded attached to her brake light. Oh, my God, sweetie, are you okay? Yeah. There was no such thing as a dad arm. Not when he was driving. In fact, not only would your dad not catch you if he had to slam on the brakes, he would do it on purpose to settle your ass down. You were in the back seat jumping around like a little jerk off. Dad, look, there's McDonald's. I want to go to McDonald's. Dad, look, that guy has a puppy. Can we get a puppy? Your dad would just roll his eyes. Oh, son of a bitch. Slam on those brakes. You'd flip forward, bounce your head off the dash. Oh, that hurt. What'd you learn? Well, you're a dick. You didn't jump around in the car anymore, though, did you? No. Not that kids are jumping around in cars these days. That's another thing that's gone away. I mean, now they're watching television. Heaven forbid they look out the window, use their imagination, play 50 states license plates, I Spy or Travel Bingo with the little red slips where you could cross things off. Yeah. No, now they watch television. It's such an odd mixed message we send to the coming generation of overprotection, overstimulation, and then overmedication. Where we shove them in a car and put them in front of a television of hyper-edited cartoons that are all flashy and they can barely keep up and have little epileptic seizures along with them. And then they get out of the car and they're given a PSP where they can play fighting games and walk all the way into the house, never once looking up or interacting with a human. And then they get into the house and they jump right on the internet and they open up 10 windows and start chatting with their friends and asking about the pictures they're not supposed to be looking at. Hey, what's that horse doing to that woman? I don't understand that. I mean, 2 girls, 1 cup. Is that where babies come from? I don't know. But then you take that same kid, put him in school the next day in a classroom and say, hey, focus, pay attention, and he can't. And do we say, oh, it's the environment we're raising them in, the stimulus we give them? No, we say, oh, it must be medical, ADHD, let's shove some pills down the kid's throat. And so if that kid, as he begins to grow into a teenager, he'll think, well, I'm supposed to be mellow, I'm supposed to be calm, I don't need a pill, I can just smoke some pot, that'll mellow me out. Yeah. But that's when the government gets involved and says, no, you can't do that. Marijuana's a bad drug. It's illegal because the government is so benevolent and wise, it knows that a chemical compound created in a lab by Pfizer is much better and healthier for the body than a plant George Washington used to grow in his backyard. I mean, that...
This morning
Yo.
I got a call, nearly split my
So back in the building. This is for my sisters with sons and my brothers with daughters. We're talking about the baby trap. Entrapment into parenthood? Have you been a victim? What do we call it before? A victim of sexual espionage. What is that? Have you ever had a woman try to trap you with a baby that wasn't yours? Call me right now, 855-369-9898. Huh? Somebody call me right now. Have you ever raised a child to later discover that that child you raised wasn't yours biologically? Now, that's some cold get down. Somebody call me right now, 855-369-9898. Have you ever caught your partner in the act of entrapment, i.e. discovered an ovulation thermometer, tampering with recently used condoms, trying to collect and intake your sperm for later use. That's what I mean by sexual espionage. Are you sleeping with the enemy? Somebody call me right now at 855-369-9898. The Baby Trap, Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason, Foxhole Radio. This is what I need you to do. I need you to get to your phones right now. Call to action. I know we got callers over there. I'm coming to you right now. But before I do that, you've got to connect with Zoe Williams. How do you do it? The easiest way to connect with Zoe Williams is to text me. Text Zoe to 90210. I mean, everything is on this little, my electronic business card. It has my website. It has my Facebook, my YouTube. It's got the donations for my son's basketball team. I need you to donate. My son and his team needs jerseys. They need tennis shoes. The season's about to start at the beginning of November. We need help. Somebody call us right now. Text me at Zoe at 90210. Zoe at 90210. I got to go now. Callers, let's do it. Risha from Chicago, speak to us.
Hello.
About this issue of baby entrapment. How you doing, girl?
I am good. I actually have quite a few comments. I'm going to try to make them quick.
Cool.
I actually made the dumb mistake at 16 and got pregnant. And to be honest, I had the family support system where I realized you're not going to be there to help and support. I need to pull my shit together, pull my stuff together and raise this child the best way that I can. I was not going to keep going after him for help if he was not going to be available. So I did what I had to do, graduated on time, went to college out of state with my child, did what I had to do. Secondly,
well,
is
come
it
back.
moral
Wait, sweetie. Yes.
Is it not more? Is it more to include the guy? I think it really depends on the situation and the person. After I had my child at 16, I decided I wasn't having any children until I was married. Did I make one mistake? Yes, I did. But my thoughts on it was I have to wake up. I got to be nauseated. I got to hold it for 9 months. We're both young. Do we really need kids right now? No. I brought it to his attention. Wow. I had already made the appointment to have the situation handled. I did inform him that I'm not keeping his baby. But I feel you should know. And I did, and we did what we did, and it was done.
Wow, you informed him. At the end of the day, the woman has the final say.
Pretty much.
This is a very, very, you know what, I so appreciate you coming and calling from Chi-Town. But let me ask you, at 16, did he have any say then, or did you just want a baby? Was it something like, well, I just want a child? What was it that made you keep the child at 16?
At 16, with the activities I was participating in, the track, the dance, I honestly did not find out I was pregnant until I was 8 months. So, if you like, how don't you know until 8 months? To be honest, the body does very weird things. But once I found out, it was actually too late for me to make a decision. Mother was mad as hell, but at that point, there was nothing we could do. And I didn't want to give it up for adoption because I didn't want it to come back to me one day asking me why I didn't keep it and all of those things. And I just felt like it was a sign. I need to get my life together. This is what you now have to do. Change some plans.
Having a baby is more than a sign, though. That is, whoa.
It's a big life changer.
It's a big life changer. A sign is like the wind is different. Something is up. No, a baby is not a sign. That's something bigger than
but I guess it was a sign that I needed. I was like, instead of going away to the big schools in New York, I decided I'm just going to go to school in Iowa, closer to home.
Wow, but at least, you know what, I commend you, because at least, you still went to school and you still took care of your business and you raised the child at the same time while raising yourself. So I got to give you that. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. Hey, I know we got more callers. Fellas, if your woman got pregnant on purpose, what do you think was her motivation, i.e. the biological clock or the gold digger? Which has the stronger influence on the woman, the biological clock or gold digging? Because if I get a baby out of this rich dude, I'm locked in for the long haul. Don't matter what happens. I don't even have to like this dude no more. He got to take care of his, and I'm connected to his, and I'm just like in the passenger seat on a roller coaster to heaven. Somebody call me at 855-369-9898. Calling, who we got? Joe Wolf from Joel, call me, man, from Maryland. Talk to me. DMV in the building. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, Zoe?
I'm good, man.
I got two stories. One quick one was with my son. I'm 46. I have a son that's now 25. But when he was 16, 17, he was dealing with a girl, and she thought she was pregnant. Now, me and my new wife, because I was married before, we're doing pretty good. We had just bought a house, a couple cars and stuff, and the girl that he was dating that thought she was pregnant they ended up calling us, letting us know that she was pregnant and all this stuff. So her mother and her father or stepfather came to my house, and we're sitting around talking. And the whole time I'm sitting there. I didn't like the girl anyway because she was fast. So I'm sitting there mean mugging them the whole time. And then when it came to me to say something, because they were saying that they wanted them to have the baby and wanted this to happen, that to happen, and then I came and said, well, first thing I'm going to say is my son's not dropping out of school. He's going to continue school because he was still in high school. He's going to continue school. He's going to get his education, and then if he has to take care of this child, he'll take care of the child like he's supposed to. I said, but I'm letting you know right now. I said, I'm not coming out of my pocket with no money. If I wanted to have a child, I would have had a child. So I'm not coming out of my pocket with any money. The stepfather turned around and said, well, I think we may need to rethink this now. 2 days later, the girl surprisingly wasn't pregnant. So
what?
So
she had a pillow. She had the Beyonce pillow in place. I see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It surprised me that the parents were along with this girl, this kid, because she was 16, 17, and doing this.
Wow.
Man, it was crazy.
That's a great story. That's a great story.
The other situation is...
what's the second story?
Going back to you saying, have you ever been trapped? My ex-wife, that's my ex-wife now, we have two kids, my son and my daughter. We had already split up and divorced when my daughter came along. And what happened was I was dating someone else. She didn't want me to be with anybody. She didn't want to be with me, but she didn't want me to be with anyone else. So we hooked up one night, and she was always on birth control. As soon as we finished having sex, she came to me and said, oh, yeah, by the way, I haven't been taking my pill for like a week now. 9 months later, my daughter came.
Wow. Well,
but she didn't want to be with me. That's the crazy thing. She wanted to break up the relationship I had with someone else.
You know what? That reminds me of a question. Thank you for the call. I really appreciate it. Men, have you had a mistress who tried to trap you out of an affair by getting pregnant? You know what? I know this is an affair. I know you're in a long-term relationship with whoop-de-whoop, but I'm tired of being number two. I'm about to get pregnant to force your hand to bring me to the light. 855-369-9898. Somebody call me if that has happened to you. I know it has. What about this? What if knowing that the child you and this woman have conceived was conceived out of deception? Did it make it hard for you to bond with this child? Did it make it difficult? When I didn't want this kid, right? It's all I got. My box of condoms is holier than the Pope. How did that happen, right? All types of defects in my condoms. How did that happen? Somebody call me 855-369-9898. Who we got? I know we got callers. John from Memphis. Do you have a religious condom with all types of holes in it? Talk to me. Let's go.
Oh, how you doing? This is Ron. Ron from Memphis.
Ron from Memphis, man. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine tonight. Yourself?
Oh man, I'm good, man. What's happening? Let's go.
Hey, look, I want to come with a Voice of Reason comment here, and nothing diabolical has happened to me like that. I know plenty of brothers who have been in this situation, but if we could just take a moment to step back and look at the fact that why aren't we being more proactive with all the diseases that are known and unknown that are going on out there?
Great.
Why are we not preaching the word in our communities for our young men to keep it zipped up? Why are we not preaching the word in the communities to our sisters, saying that, hey, anybody that you potentially lay down with can potentially become your baby's father? My wife and I have, I'm in a successful marriage, 14 years, 6 beautiful children, and not to say that relationships are hard, but it's a 50-50 give and take thing. But if you look at the current trend right now, about 75% of all marriages end in divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we so diabolical in our approach to bring life into this world when we as consenting adults should automatically know what the consequences are to having unprotected sex? Wow.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Somebody speak to this brother's point. Hey, thank you for the call. I appreciate it. Somebody speak to this brother's point. You know, somebody speak to his point. Call us right now at 855-369-9898. You know, somebody tell me, man, this dude brought up something that's very, very poignant and very, very meaningful. It's important that we deal with it. I got to take a quick break, but before I go to break, text me right now, ZO at 90210. I'm at ZO, text ZO to 90210. ZO to 90210. That's how you get in contact with me. That's how you find out everything that I'm doing. We got a lot of stuff cracking. I got guests coming on in a second. Trust me, it's about to be crazy. 855-369-9898. That's the number. I'm taking a break. I'll be back at 2.2. See you.
I want to say what's up to all of the fellas that are out on the first date. I know how tough that is. I mean, I know what you want. And you scared to ask for it. You basically just spending your money going off hope. Oh, ladies, it's devastating when you give us that little bullshit hug goodbye at the end of the night. Now, I had a nice time. I ask for sex when I show up at the door for the first date, you know. If I ain't getting none, that's cool, ladies, because remember, that's your body, and, you know, you don't owe anybody anything, you know? But this changes the date dramatically. I just want you to know. If I ain't getting none, you have a $10 date spending limit, okay? I mean, you got enough for a couple of drinks, or maybe we could check out an early movie. However you want to fuck that $10 off, you know. That's yours to play with, you know. If you want, I can give you the $10 right now and just go on about my business. This is really a waste of both of our time. So I suggest you just go for the $40 deal. Anyway, I'm looking around. I want to let all of the fellas that are out on a date tonight and you're not having a good time, chances are I know what the problem is. See, fellas, a lot of you guys like to date out of your league. Why do you torture yourself like that? You just got to have a little princess, don't you? Don't you want to have fun? You owe it to yourself to settle. See, I never go for girls that believe in themselves. You know, how we gonna have a productive relationship and she got hopes and dreams? That throw off everything I'm trying to do with her, you know. See, I ain't no good. So I look for women that ain't no good, you know. I don't want a good woman. A good woman brings my spirit down, you know. Everything I do is wrong when I'm with a good woman. You just getting in the house? Oh, here this bitch go. Get you a girl that ain't no good, man. That way you got leverage in the argument. She's like, where you been? Hey, where you been? Well, you got here 10 minutes before I did, goddammit. Women get frustrated when they deal with guys like me. I understand. I encourage women I deal with to have another man besides myself. Because I ain't gonna be there for you. I am living proof that you should do better. I know I'm gonna do better. That's why I'm not gonna be there for you. I don't flirt with women in expensive stores. That's another setup for failure. When I'm in an expensive store, I pick my layaway up, and I mind my own goddamn business. Now, Kmart. Shit, I'm McDaddy in Kmart, goddamn. You know. My confidence is high in Kmart, you know. I'm like, hey, sugar, how you doing? Hey, you want that shirt? I'll buy it for you. You know? It ain't but $10. That's your limit anyway, whether you know it or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zometheus Rising, the voice of reason, back in the building. Tonight's topic, the baby trap. Oh, goodness. And let me just say, I've been joined by my counterpart. I'm Hoppy, he's Smitty. Right? He translates it in hood jargon and dialect. And I, add extra syllables. I'm going to interview Mr. Corey Holcomb, who's in the building right now, 855-369-9898. He's going to answer some of your caller questions as well.
Yeah, what up, everybody?
About the baby trap.
The baby trap, the new hustle.
Do you know someone who's been blackmailed into fatherhood, or motherhood for that matter? Yeah. And how often does it happen? More times to mothers than it does to fathers. Are women doing it more to men, or are men doing it to women more?
Women are obviously putting men in situations where they are supposed to feel like they're bad people because they chose to keep the one that he made in them.
Oh.
You know what I mean when I say that?
Go deeper.
I think abortion history should be part of what a woman steps to you with. Like, it's a lot of girls she killed. Is that
like the Carfax? The womb fact.
The womb facts.
Okay.
Womb fact system. Because there's a lot of women who are just out there talking bad about this, that, and the other, but their history on this planet is not respectable. But they have phrases like deadbeat dad and all of these phrases out like that. So women actually believe that you owe them something because they decided to keep this one.
Wow. 855-369-9898 if you agree or disagree with Corey Holcomb. Now's the time to say it. Who do we have on the line right now to speak to Corey? Jennifer from Iowa. Agree or disagree? Corey Holcomb will take your call now.
Hello?
Hello, Jennifer.
Well, I've been listening. I don't necessarily know that I agree with what he's saying. Okay. Just because, I think, one, a woman can choose if and when she wants to have a baby. Now, for me, like if I said I wanted to have a baby, I would want to first make sure that I am able to perfectly take care of the baby by myself, although I do believe that it should be two people, but I feel like a woman could probably do it herself.
Really? I want you to stay on the line, Jennifer.
That's sad.
To me, that's sad because women, that is female arrogance and ego right there. I can do it, but you family by yourself, mama, family by yourself. You're not forced to. Listen, we have to ask these women, and we have to be honest, and I want Jennifer to talk to us because she's the female voice of reason on the phone right now. But here's the thing. When do you take responsibility for the caliber of man you chose to have a baby with? I'm just asking, Jennifer. What do we have? We got to give the sister in the audience a mic.
That's not even something they think of.
Corey, they don't think about that?
They have no idea it's their fault. They think that somebody did them wrong. And I don't know how many men you have to sleep with before you are officially considered a whore. But let's just say it's a lot of whores out there.
Jennifer, do you agree or disagree?
I'm just saying. It is.
Okay. Well, one, I think that there's a double standard in the world between men and women and who you can sleep with, because if guys sleep with a lot of people think it's cool, and that's just called having the experience. But when a woman does it, then she's considered a whore. So I think that there's a double standard there. But then, two, I think that you are right that a woman should be aware of the type of man that she's sleeping with before she sleeps with one. But if a woman chooses to sleep with only good men who have jobs and things like that, then they're considered gold diggers. So
wait a minute. How does a good man? How does being
a good?
You hear
who you talking to?
Yeah, I just because see, there's certain things that need to be addressed here, and I think this is why we're having this discussion. having a job doesn't make a man a good man. It's good that a man can have a job.
I think a man should have a job.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, a good man with a job.
Makes a man a good man, because, I mean, you have to be more than that. You have to have more than a job. You need to have your life together. I feel like a good man is going to be respectful. He's going to want, if he's going to want to take care of his responsibility. But I also think that a woman should not be put in a situation where they have to choose between, you know,
what is his responsibility?
Compromise my morals because I got pregnant by somebody who's not willing to take care of their responsibility. Should I then have to compromise my morals because he's not willing to step up to the plate?
Oh, that's really sad that women see these phrases have been taught to them by their oppressors.
Who are their oppressors?
The same people at the courthouse. They have representatives collecting the money, but they're the ones who are orchestrating everything. Take care of your responsibilities. That's a phrase created for women. See, back in the day, they just used to get on aid. They used to get on welfare. But now that welfare has been taken away, they got all these phrases like take care of your responsibilities and all that. The government got tired of financing whores. So they put it off on the men that have the kids with them, and now you could be an outstanding citizen. You could be a person who has never had trouble with the law, but if you impregnate a woman and you have no money, you're a criminal in this country.
Wow. 855-369-9898. And she brought up something that was interesting. She talked about money isn't the only thing. A good man should have a job, but then she talked about his morals, his beliefs, and all.
Did she talk about morals? I didn't hear her say
she mentioned it lightly. It just slid through. But the thing is, don't we have more examples of women dating dudes? I mean, look at Lil Wayne. He got 1,700 kids.
Are you serious? I mean,
I'm just saying, if the dude is rich, he gets away with murder. He ain't got to be a good guy.
But what, right, and when you say, like when you say he get away with murder, my opinion, they don't do nothing but what they're allowed to do. And if you are Lil Wayne, or any person of status in the United States of America, you can fuck 80% of the women without having any type of respect for them at all. You just show up and you fuck. That's how I go in this country.
Let me ask you directly, Corey Holcomb. Do women have a price tag?
All women have a price tag.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here live. Voice of Reason.
All women have a price tag. And it makes me mad when girls look at you. Look, it was this girl. What was her name? She was on that show, Flavor of Love. She tries to do stand-up comedy sometimes. She's a cool girl.
It was in New York?
It wasn't New York. It was the girl. She was from North Carolina. She's a stand-up comedian. She was a little heavy on the show. Anyway, I can't think of her name, but she was on Flavor of Love and she kissed Flavor Flav, and she got mad at me when I said all women have a price tag. I was like, you were on Flavor of Love kissing him
in the mouth,
right? For a scale check.
It was like changing an oil,
right? And scale is probably about $500 to $1,000. So your price to do shit is not really that high. I can afford you.
Ladies, do you agree or disagree with Corey Holcomb? We want to take a caller right now. Do we have a female on deck with us? D from Jacksonville wants to deal with Corey Holcomb. Let's go.
I'm not against them. I'm trying to wake them up.
He's trying to help you. D, let's go.
Yes. I'm talking about I was married for close to 10 years to my ex-husband, and when we divorced, all I asked him was for him to be there for his children. Didn't ask for anything financial because of the fact that yes, children keep, more importantly, children need their father in their life, regardless of their standards and the size of their pocket is. I've been in a household where I was raised by both my parents, and I seen the difference.
Okay.
And it wasn't a financial difference.
D, this is what we have to do. D, just hold on one second. We got to go to break. We want to get your call clear. So we're going to, don't hang up. We want to get your call clear because you're breaking up. But I have a question here.
She sounds like a mature sister.
She does. What is the most important currency, ladies, that a father can bring to their children? Is it money or is it a philosophy? Is it presence? Is it a mentality? Is it a belief?
You going way over motherfuckers' heads listening to this show.
I'm just saying.
All that stuff you said, girls ain't even thought about this shit.
They don't care about this. What do they care about? The three things they care about the most.
Money, money, and money.
Only money. Ladies, you have a price. Corey Holcomb says you do. We got to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and ask you if you agree or disagree.
Because all the bad bitches with niggas with money.
Wow. 855-369-9898. That's true. Ladies and gentlemen, Zometheus Rising is back in the building. The voice of reason. Corey Holcomb has infuriated the females in the building right now. They are beside themselves.
I can't even order nothing to eat. They rolling their eyes
They
at me.
gonna be
This motherfucker
spitting
make a special one for him.
Yes. What do you do when your reproductive organs become weapons of mass deception?
You know, it's
what
like,
is going on?
I don't know what happened. Like, I would say the average girl in America goes bad at about 6th grade, where they start to thinking in a way that's real fucked up.
What do you
and
mean? Give me an
self-entitled.
Give me an example.
You know, have you ever seen a lot? Like, all you gotta do is just go to a public school classroom and see how these young ladies interact with not only other students, adults.
Right.
The disrespect is already there to the point where you like, oh, this little bitch ain't shit. So then you take those girls, and I'm not talking about it's. I would say in an average public school, half the bitches ain't shit. I'm just keeping it real. I'm talking about in 6th grade. That's about when they done got to the point where they bold enough to roll their eyes at any motherfucker in the world. They mama, the police. If God was down there, hey, be good. He'd be like, fuck you, motherfucker.
The savior.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let me
Now,
ask you
they
this.
start fucking at 8th grade on up. 8th grade on up, they start fucking.
And listen, you might disagree with Corey Holcomb right now, but I got a 16-year-old boy. He'll be 16 next month. And it's a real situation. The girls out there are hotter than the boys. As far as they're more aggressive, they're pursuing, and they already lining, second year varsity, they lining him up. They already peeping.
Yeah.
And I was just on the phone with somebody who was saying the same thing. These women, these girls are getting faster at a younger age. They're getting more aggressive. They get more disrespectful. Is this why old girl caught the uppercut?
Of course, there's always been whores. But I would say like in the 70s, it was still like more respect. When you saw elders, it was more respect. When you know, it was like people were raised differently. But about the 80s, especially when the crack hit, everything has been chaos.
Wow.
Everything has been chaos. The respect is gone from everybody. Nobody gets respect.
And are you talking about the black community in particular?
No, I'm talking about all communities.
In general.
The only thing that protects the Caucasian communities is money. They come from money. They're not treated the same when they're handled by authorities.
Right.
They're not treated the same.
Give me an example.
Well, all you got to do is talk. What is the girl, Paris Hilton?
Oh, yeah.
This bitch got caught with cocaine.
Lindsay Lohan. Go ahead.
And signed out of jail.
Oh, yeah.
This bitch didn't see the bars. They told her to sign this and have a nice day with the rest of your cocaine. Now,
did they give her cocaine back?
I know
to her?
motherfuckers who really facing years behind having some weed on them.
Right.
So I'm just saying, with all of this disrespect, chaos going on, and the person who is responsible for this, I don't blame the sisters altogether. I mean, they are part of it because a lot of them are smart enough to see, I could work this system. This system works for me. I can fuck over anybody, especially my brother.
Bam.
He has no respect in the eyes of the law.
Hey, and what Corey Holcomb is talking about, that you can look this up. It's called judicial gender bias, and then there's a racial bias. So at the end of the day, the white judicial system becomes the savior of the black woman when she's got conflict with her own dude.
With her own dude, with her children, and everybody else. She will call that number if they said it's for an emergency. Flavor Flav did this joke a long time ago when he said 911 is a joke. 911 has become the come get this nigga out the house hotline.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you agree or disagree with Corey Holcomb, the phone lines are crazy right now. Corey, you ready to field some callers?
Man, I done seen so many black men uprooted out their house in front of their kids. It's ridiculous.
Wow. And you think women are doing this
because
just to exercise their power?
Yeah.
What if but there's a lot
Some of them will claim ignorance when you put them in a corner and let them face what they're doing when you talk about it, but they're doing it on purpose. And you want me to tell you why?
So I want the women who represent what Corey is talking about to call in and speak to that. There is a domestic violence fraud movement too, where they're claiming to be beaten and abused and aren't abused, or where maybe there was a light altercation that went down, but then they went and fabricated something else and maybe added to their own injuries and blew it up and got the dude in trouble. I got girls and people telling me these stories all the time. Caller, who do we have? Tiffany from CA. You want to speak to me and Corey? Now's the time to do so.
Yes. Hello, Corey. I agree with you 90% of what you're saying. The women are probably going to hate me, but I want to back up on something. You guys are talking about baby mama drama. What about the man putting on a condom before he has sex with the woman? What about you guys taking responsibility?
That's true. We are equally
you have not addressed that.
I don't think so.
I do.
No,
I don't
come on,
think
baby. You guys have not addressed that at all. When you meet the woman in the club,
no, Tiffany, hold on. We in the conversation. You in here with us. You gonna stay on with us for a second. Let's address it. Question: the statement number one: are men responsible to wear a condom during sex with a woman? Absolutely.
No.
But if something happens, say the condom break, right, and then she get pregnant. What the question that I pose, it happens a lot.
It's intelligent to use a piece of rubber on your penis when having sex with most women because disasters happen afterwards. But when people say, oh, wear a condom, it's not a natural thing, which is why babies keep getting made in this country, because you'll wear a condom. Yeah, men, I believe most men wear a condom sometimes. Sometimes. But I'll put it like this. When you are with a woman and y'all feeling each other, it's natural to not have on a condom, and people go there. So when the tragedy happens, and it's a shame to say that the child is the tragedy, oh, you should have had on a condom.
But Corey, I got to disagree, because how's it a tragedy? It's kind of like a double standard. It's kind of saying, I'm not going to wear a condom because we've been together and we vibing, but I don't want a baby.
Right. I get what you're saying.
That's an oxymoron. How does that work?
Because women are not men. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that women need to realize. You're not a man. What a man can do and is going to do is being shown. And they have written legislation to lock him up for doing what he can do and what he's going to do. A woman is the child bearer. This is what God put on you. Now, if you lay down with a man that does not have your back, that starts the destruction of the neighborhood. It starts right there. It ain't got nothing to do with a condom. Whores, and it's whores. That's why I call them. Whores create this society, and it's orchestrated by the enemy. Basically, I'm talking about the people who snatch us from Africa.
So, Tiffany, respond to him. Go ahead, Tiffany.
I'm going to respond. I am with you. I am 40 years old. I have had my share of men. I am married now with 2 daughters. I have met men in a club that have wanted to sleep with me that night, could give a damn about wearing a condom, and that's the majority. I have met men that have said, oh, no, after 2 or 3 months, oh, we're going to wear a condom until we get to know each other. So I'm just throwing this out there. Don't put it all on us, because I think you guys can give a damn about putting on a condom, because like you said, you want to get the real feeling of the stuff.
I love the fact that she just said that. The majority, let me make sure I got it right, Tiffany. You said the majority doesn't want to wear a condom, right?
Yes. Yes.
You see what I
That's
mean?
my opinion. Right?
Because women don't want that condom.
It's my opinion, too.
Yeah, women don't want that condom on either.
No, but with the men, it's different.
But listen, so do women don't want the condom because we want the natural feeling or because they trying to get pregnant?
You don't want the condom on for both reasons.
It's not a natural act.
You want a baby and you want to feel that real deal up in you. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. I think that's what it is. But this is the question that I posed before. Wait a minute, Tiffany. This is the question that I posed before. When it comes to a woman, that's why I say women they always date their ideas and their agenda. They're not dating a dude. They're dating their agenda. So if they're at a certain age where the biological clock is ticking, that's the agenda, and they're looking to get the agenda accomplished. They could care less about the dude. So my point is, does maternal instinct override morality in these cases, in this situation? Because guess what? If a dude flatly states to you, I don't want to have a kid. I just want to have sex. You sexy. I want to participate in the intimacy of it all, but I don't want a child. But if you got this in the back of your mind, this clock is ticking. Does maternal instinct override morality? Because the moral thing to do would be, nah, dude, then we can't do that because I want a kid. Nah, she's waiting to get bust off in.
I'm with you, babe. So you're right.
Ahead,
How
Corey.
often do you sit down? How often do you sit down and say that? The man's gonna be honest and say, well, you know what? I just want to fuck right now. And the woman's gonna be like, well, you know what? I'm 40. I'm 33, and I'm ready to have a baby. You know that conversation don't take place.
Wow. Hey,
right?
Tiffany, thank you for the call. We really appreciate you doing this for us. Thank you for sharing all of your knowledge. Corey, respond.
I got a cousin. This motherfucker ain't shit. Ain't never had a job. Ain't never did right by no woman he ever been around.
Right.
Jailbird motherfucker. But this motherfucker got a ponytail, long denim motherfucker, and it's wavy.
It's good hair too.
Oh my God. Almost, and he'll be out with me. Every bitch he holler at, they be so frantic. You should see him in his presence. They want what they see. That bullshit. This motherfucker, look, let me tell you something. This motherfucker ain't never had a car. And he'll tell you, fuck, what I need a car for in these hoes out here.
What?
That's what he say. These stupid ass bitches, watch this.
So let me get this right, Corey.
That's what he say. Hey, Corey, where we finna go?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Corey.
I'm gonna leave with a bitch that don't know me. She gonna put me in her car and drive me and don't know me from what from here to the other.
So let me get it straight, Corey. You're saying women are superficial.
What?
You're saying women are superficial. You're saying women are hypersexual, and you're also saying women are manipulative and users in this situation.
So this is what we gonna do.
Is that what you tell me?
This is what we gonna do for your show, and we gonna come back and talk about it. We gonna get my cousin, or a motherfucker like my cousin, because it don't even matter.
Right.
A good ponytail having motherfucker, because this is the motherfucking ultimate urban man.
Okay.
The wavy ponytail motherfucker.
Okay.
We are going to send him to talk to different women around the city of Los Angeles.
And we film it.
And we are going to watch the response.
Wow.
Then we are going to send a upstanding brother who is about something without the ponytail. And I want you to watch their reaction as he speaks. Not what happens later on. Just when he say, hey, how you doing? Because we want both of them to walk up to people and say, hey, how you doing?
But see, I'm confused, Corey, because you say in one breath, because this sounds like the disheveled, broke down dude seemed like he got more game than the upstanding dude. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm talking about we're going to find a brother who is about something.
Right.
Whoever he may be.
Are you saying he's not attractive to women?
I'm not saying he's not attractive to women. I'm saying we're going to find an average Joe. Somebody who got what they looking for, but they don't know he got it.
Ah, they're going to overlook him is what you're saying.
They're going to choose the ponytail with the waves.
Listen, we got to take a quick break, but we gonna come back.
What's gonna happen?
Ladies,
that's how lost the sisters are.
Ladies, if you disagree, you got to call in right now. I'm taking everybody's call when I come back. We'll be back at 2.2. It's going down. Corey Holcomb, Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason, Foxhole Radio, Sirius XM 98. Taking a break. Be back in a second. Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason, back in the building. I keep telling y'all, I need you to get to your phone lines. Get to your cell phones right now, too. Text me, ZO, to 90210. You'll get my electronic business card, and basically it has links to everything. My LinkedIn, my Twitter, my Facebook. And I need you guys to make a donation to my son's basketball team. They need jerseys and shoes and tournament fees and all of that. There's a link on there for donations as well. That's ZO to 90210. Do it right now. ZO to 90210. Do it right now. That's how you get in contact. All things Zoe Williams, websites, my new book, information, everything is right there. The Zoe Williams Hub, ZO to 90210. Now that that's out the way, how many people out there have tried to have a baby in order to save a relationship, in order to keep a relationship?
Everybody.
Does having a baby potentially make the relationship better?
No, it brings somebody else that's going to be in a fucked up relationship. It's a doomed baby.
Somebody call us at 855-369-9898. What was that joke you said just off air? Could you share that joke about the sink?
No, they was talking about everybody. The sink. Yeah. I put it on Twitter. I said I jagged off so much in the sink. I woke up and there was a little sink in there in the morning. Right next to the big sink. I got to pay sink support.
Oh, God. I'm just saying, man, this relationship stuff is heavy stuff. We got people on the line. They want to talk to us right now. Let's deal with this. We're going to rifle through a bunch of callers. Callers, you're on right now to speak to Corey Holcomb and Zoe Williams. Voice of Reason, let's go. Zan from Atlanta, you're on right now. Let's go.
Hi, I was calling because I just experienced like a really bad situation. Me and my husband, we've been together for 12 years, been married for 9.5 years. We have been raising this kid, like, ever since we got together. When we got together, his son was 2.5. Well, 2 years ago, he started acting like a real nutmeg. He had never lived with his mom before, so we sent him to Boston to go live with his mom. My husband's whole family had a problem with it. Well, he just came back to Atlanta for the first time in 2 years, and now we have discovered this kid ain't even my husband's son. And the whole logic behind this whole thing was, at the time when he was conceived, the girl was young, my husband was young. My husband pretty much got put in a situation from his family where they tried to make him feel like, oh, you don't want to be another deadbeat dad. And then the girl just straight up abandoned the boy. So, when me and him got together, it was like a package deal. The kid came along with my husband.
So let me just say this really quickly, because we asked this question earlier in the show, and that was, have you ever had to pay child support for a child that you later found out that wasn't yours?
He has never paid child support. We put her on child support.
Okay,
and she wouldn't even pay that.
Hold on one second, honey. I'm gonna give you the air, but just hold on 1 second. The point that I'm trying to make here, and Corey, you could speak to this as well, is this: it don't get the same publicity as deadbeat dads, but this is pervasive out there. This is happening a lot. This is a hustle. This is a major get down.
Well, the sad part about it, the government don't make those people pay the money back either.
Oh, wow.
There's no recourse.
No recourse. And basically,
if you fraud the system in any way, they take your ass to jail, except for this kid shit. You could fraud the system with children. There is no repercussions for it.
And in some cases, and I've heard this, and if you're a lawyer out there, call us right now, child support lawyer. Call us right now, 323-965. What am I talking about? I'm giving out my number. Sorry. 855-369-9898. If you're a lawyer, call us and let us know what you think, because I've heard some counsel tell them the judge or the court is kind of going to make you stay with this kid because you've been with him so long. That's all the kid knows, so you might as well just keep supporting that kid, even though it's been proven that it isn't yours.
So, but you can't tell the government, I haven't had money to pay these taxes for all these years, so why don't you just go ahead and let me go? Because, you know what I'm saying, I don't have tax money. You can't do that.
No, you can't.
But, you know, they fuck the people over real good.
Wow.
They fuck the people over real good. But it goes back to what I'm saying. I can't really sugarcoat this shit.
Is that what we doing in relationships?
Whores. Listen to this, because I know a lot of people get at attention and get mad when I say this.
Well, let's hear it.
Whores and Caucasian people have destroyed the world.
Hey, he's serious.
Whores and Caucasian people have destroyed the world. Caucasian people are in charge, and the whores ride with whatever they talking about that works for them.
Wow. 855-369-9898. Call me right now. We got callers. Let's go. Jim from Brooklyn, you're in the building. Talk to us about tonight. June, talk to me.
Talk about this
BK,
package
talk to me.
That's out here in these streets. Like, first of all, like, that's what it is. Like, that's the new unemployment. That's the new welly. Is all that. Like, I think if they want to, like, really fix the system, how they do, like, the wage, like $7.15, that's how they should base that child support shit off of. And I bet you won't be so many women out here wanting to have these children.
Wow, that's interesting. Thanks for the call. Who we got next? Tiffany from Cali, back on. Let's go.
Hey, real quick. Each individual needs to take responsibility for their own self.
Yes,
so they won't even be put in this situation. Woman, yeah, the guy's supposed to wear a condom, but if it breaks, if he doesn't, guess what? I'm on birth control, so it really doesn't matter. And honestly, deeply, I think a lot of these women have kids to have love, basically, because, of course, majority of the people out there always loves their mother. So maybe that's what they're looking for. But, of course, we have those out there who get pregnant on purpose, you know, being a celebrity if you got money. So the people who does have the money, who are the celebrities, need to really protect themselves. That's about it.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Tiffany, from Cali.
If you're not a married woman, you're a whore.
Go deeper. Explain that.
If you have not been sanctioned, if you have not been chosen, if this man has not stepped up in the eyes of God and say, I choose you, you're a whore. And it's fucked up on Judgment Day.
But wait a minute, what makes her a whore?
God got to tell you this shit. You didn't hear Corey, bitch? You a whore. Get in the whole line.
What makes her a whore, though?
Let me tell you something.
I need to hear this.
If people did what they were supposed to do, society wouldn't be in the hole it's in right now.
So what are 3 things people are supposed to do that they're not doing?
Well, we coming up with 3 things
okay,
at a time. But I'm just saying, fucking people that you are not married to
is a no-no.
Is destroying society. Bitches with bitter intentions are fucking people that are married.
What about
to fuck up that family? Ooh. And that destroys the community. Now, how many bitches you know fucking married men?
But how many men?
All of them.
But how many men?
Married.
How many men are out there doing the same thing?
Look, now this is what people are going to tell me I'm wrong.
Let's hear it.
Men and women are 2 different things.
So you're saying all the single women are cheating on everybody and fucking up everybody's relationship?
What I'm trying to say is, if you're not married and you're fucking, you're a whore.
Wow.
And that ain't to be mean.
855-369-9898. I know the phone lines is crazy. Caller, do you agree or disagree? Let's go. Sheila from Las Vegas, talk to me. Sin City.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Hi. Yes, I am here to say I agree with you, Corey. And I know as a woman, everybody's like, boo. But everything he's saying is a valid point. Actually, he's not talking about me because I'm not a whore. and I'm married. But we live in a Maury Povich generation where you have a woman going on TV 25 times to find a baby daddy. Now, there's only a certain period where a woman ovulates to actually have babies. How many men can you sleep with in a week's time to test 25 of them?
Wow. That's a good point.
I mean,
muffler pussy bitches. That's what I call them. Pussy look like a muffler.
I mean, and then disrespectful, yes. I mean, just going back to what you were saying about the girl who got uppercut. She deserves that too.
But when people, I want to say this, like when I call a girl a...
He's over 50 years old, so he understands the disrespect that was spitting in someone's face.
She did spit on him.
I heard she hit him and spit on him.
She spit and hit the dude.
And he worked for that company for over 20-something years, and you telling me 20-something years.
But see, this is what... And
if you put that bitch in somebody's house, she will uproot the house just like she uprooted that job. She's a whore. She's worth nothing.
But...
Yeah.
But hold on one second, caller. Caller.
I would say he was wrong. But I know that I would have probably shot her or something if she spat on me.
Okay, caller, hold on for 1 second. Caller, I want to keep you on the line with us for 1 second. Corey, we talked about this before off air. And we talked about the built-in victim mechanism that protects women in this society. If you watch the video of this girl spitting and hitting this man and then getting hit, after she got hit, she jumped back into victim role.
She's on Twitter playing victim role saying, Oprah, where you at? This man done hit me. See, people, I found her Twitter. The bitch playing victim now.
Hey, did they put her picture back
She's
up?
a lady now.
But that's what I'm saying. This happens in our relationships.
Yes,
the girl loves us to death, and then they push us over the edge. We respond. Next thing you know, they bring in the whole police, mama, daddy, everybody. That's what it is.
And I want to say this to the whores. Don't think that I won't fuck with you. It's just I don't fuck with a whore who won't accept that she's a whore. You have to know you're a whore. There are girls out here who have no idea they whores.
But maybe,
so after I explain it to them and they accept it, then we can do our thing.
But Corey, maybe they need a better definition than just the word whore. Is there another word, another synonym?
I'm sure with all of the books you read, you can come up with a sugar-coated word for whore.
I don't have...
You help me come up with a better word for talking to them. Maybe I can say something that sound good. What is a synonym for whore? Christian? I know the phone lines for the blow up.
Phone lines, 855-369-9898. Who do we got? Tanisha from Chicago. All ladies, come on, ladies. Talk to Corey Holcomb, please.
I completely agree with Corey. I'm a whore myself.
Completely
I'm not
agree
married.
with Corey.
It just happens. And women have this problem where they want to all pretend like it's okay to do what you're doing, which is fine, but just accept the fact that you're doing what you're doing and be real about it and know that you are a whore.
Wow.
You see this? It's a lot of girls calling here, and y'all expecting them to attack me. But let me tell you something about women.
Expect them to attack
No, I'm just saying, like, women like the truth. It's just they fed so much bullshit. When you tell them the truth, they respect you more. Even when they don't agree with what you're doing, they'll just stop fucking with you. They'll be like, fuck you. I can't make you be on some bullshit.
Right.
That's why you should always tell them what it really is.
That's true.
Look, I'm married. My wife got on my nerve today. I want to fuck you and get the fuck away from you.
That's what you tell them.
Hey, what's wrong with that? I'm buy you an outfit at Burlington Coat Factory or something. You know what I mean? That's all they need to feel validated for what they're going to do.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Whores are necessary to mend the hearts of men.
To the hearts of men. The whores are necessary. Who's our next caller? Who do we have?
A whore is like a joint. You smoke it to get right.
Okay, we got to take one more break, but when we come back, we're going to go to Cynthia. I love that name, Cynthia. We're going to come back. Cindy. But we got to take a quick break. Before I do that, though, please text ZO to 90210. Stay in contact with me. This is what we got cracking. We'll be back at 2.
I love you, whores. Fellas, clap your hands if you here with a girl you're going to break up with when you get on your feet. She is one job interview away from finding out how you really feel. Men, hey, ladies, do men cheat more? Men, we cheat more? I think so. We can admit that. But let me tell you something, ladies. This is what y'all do, and it's really scandalous. Y'all always mess around with somebody you really like. It's like you trying to upgrade. I would never do you like that, I can't stand the people I mess around with. I got busted the other day. I walking out this restaurant with this girl, and my girl showed up. It was just like on that show Cheaters, oh, hey, baby, what's up? Looked like I was swallowing peanut butter. My girl ain't make it no easier. She was talking about the girl I was with. And you out here with something that looked like that. I was like, you should see the other chicks I mess around with. You'd have followed me yesterday. You'd have been proud of me. I'm sorry you had to see her. Get away. You messing everything up. Fellas, you might want to get my number after the show. I found an abortion clinic with pool tables in it. Yeah. While my girl was in the recovery room, me and the doctor was gambling, I won all my money back. I'm up 100 for the next time I go. Hey, that was a joke, ladies. First of all, don't get mad at me because I don't believe in abortion clinics. I take my ladies to Six Flags. Put them on every roller coaster out there. Yeah. My stomach hurt. Time to go. Ladies, I'm on your side. Let me tell you something. I'm on your side for real. In fact, let me tell you something, fellas. I'm about to switch it up. Hey, if you really love your woman, I see a lot of y'all got your girl with you tonight. If you really love her, she should be able to check the voicemail on your cell phone and your email. That's right, because if you're a real player, you got an email and a cell phone she don't even know about. I always get out the shower. Hey, answer that phone for me. My real phone buried out back in a potato chip wrapper. You should see some of the ladies. They like, I don't like him. Am I the only one who does this? Program numbers in your phone, not by the name of the person, but by the name that makes you remember them? Like Musty Dude, Begging Man. Well, I gotta answer this is Swallow. Hey, baby, how you doing? It's good to talk to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. This show has been crazy. We went from the baby trap, entrapment, having a baby and all of these things, and we've covered a lot of things. And I've been sitting here with Corey Holcomb, legendary comedian, fellow Foxhole family member, and we were going to do, this Mason show. But we want to make sure that we have all of the resources together, authors and the lady that was on his show last Tuesday. We want to bring her back, and we really want to get down to the meat and potatoes of that conversation. So Corey gladly and graciously came in and chimed in on this topic, which is heavy, and we got a lot of callers, Corey, so I know you want to deal with some of them. Can we do that?
Of course, bring them on. I'm here to save people.
Absolutely. 855-369-9898. Callers. Who do we have?
Cindy.
Cindy, you're in the building. It's time to chime. Let's go.
Okay. First of all, I wanted to address one of the few things that he said in terms of women being whores. Now, if women are whores, the men that hang out with them, number one, are whoremonglers. And number two, if the women are if there are plethora of different women that are whores, how come men can't identify them so easily and so readily? If you know that most of the women out there that you're dealing with are whores, then you should be able to look at a woman to distinguish which one is not a whore.
Right. Because I
don't think so.
No, wait. She brings up a good point. Wait, hold on 1 second, caller. Let's clarify this. She brings up a good point. And I think that the question was earlier in the show, I don't know if you've been on hold this long, but earlier in the show we were saying women blame men for having the kids and being deadbeats and all of this and that. But we always say women have the final say when it's time for them. When they're pregnant, they have the final say. A guy can come to them and say, I don't want a baby, I don't want to be a father, and she can override that because the baby is in her body. But at the same time, men do pick horrible women to impregnate for some reason. I don't understand. She got a great point here.
And I will say this. This is not to take up for men, but this is a fact. If you are over somebody's house and it's some shit on the floor, you're going to be appalled and shocked and be like, look at that shit over there. But when you walk in somebody's house that's full of shit everywhere, you're going to be like, fuck it, I might well walk on in this motherfucker. That's how men choose women. At the end of the night, when the club is letting out, all the girls that's still hanging around is hanging around for a reason because they know they the shit. They can't get action while the club is cracking. So I'm just saying it's not to take up for men. Men settle for shit. That's a fact. They are whoremongers.
They're adding to the problem because it's to their character as well. You don't have men out there that are purposeful out there hanging out at their clubs, sleeping with anybody, risking to get AIDS and all this shit. They have to be responsible too. And second of all, I just really need to say this. I'm a professional woman in Los Angeles, and I make good money. I drive a nice car. I have a house that's over $1 million. And I meet men, and I have met men in the past that tried to sleep with me and get me pregnant because they thought that if they got me pregnant, that they could be able to stick around and be there when the baby was born, and that I was going to be the one that kicked the baby's father out. So just as you got women out there doing that, you got men out there doing that. And if you look at the statistics, there are more African American women that are professionals that have finished school and that are on high wage earners. So men try to come up too by getting that professional woman, and getting her pregnant. I had to break up with a guy because he would not keep the condom on, and he would laugh and say, "Oh, you don't want to have my baby, or you don't want to have me hanging around." He wanted to get me pregnant, and there are several men that approach me and say, "Hey, you want to have a baby?" I say, "Have a son." You don't want more kids? They see all this glitz and glamour, and all of a sudden they want to get you pregnant. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking care of you and a kid.
I love the fact that there are
that was good
women.
Stuff. Thank you for the call.
Women who are professionals, I salute you. But I want to let all of the women out there who are professionals and make money by working for some corporation know you are there because they chose you to be there. Don't think that you're there because you went out and achieved that. You are allowed, underline the word allowed, you're allowed to work there. And the men that are, especially the black men that work in that professional setting with you, they have to put on a song and dance every day. They cannot talk with bass in their voice. They can't be who they want to be. So it's slim pickings at your job. I already know that.
And let's even talk about that even deeper. When we look at women are under a tremendous amount of stress in our society today.
So they eat pussy.
1 in 5 women are on antidepressants. 75% of all women are in unhealthy relationships.
Do you know they get the kids at school this stuff now? They tell the parents, your child needs this, and those mothers are giving it to the child.
Right.
I forgot what they call it. Is it Ritalin? I forgot what it's called.
Ritalin is one of them. For ADHD and all of that stuff.
They telling you your child something wrong with your child.
Wow.
That's as innocent as it gets. As the children are all on Ritalin.
Wow. And then another stat here for women right now is, you know, they're breaking bounds. 95% of most small businesses, well, when we talk about women, the small businesses that women launch, 95% of those women never hit the six-figure barrier as far as income is concerned. So, I mean, women are under a tremendous amount of stress and a tremendous amount of pressure, and I think sometimes they're pressured to kind of respond to our testosterone because they have to produce some of that in this kind of environment, and I think it makes it problematic for the relationship. But what can we do, Corey? Two things. What can women and men do to come together and find a way to have some level of peace?
Well, I tell you this. My opinion is we can't come together and find peace in this society that's ran by the same people who kidnapped us from our homeland.
That's a good point.
We can't. So all of this trying to vote and go about the ways of the system is all done to misguide you. We need to come together, find a way to come together.
Women need certainty. Women need predictability. And the system, and it might be flawed, but it's the only one we got.
Well, they need to find out who they are. Women, if you find out who you are, at least what you do, you know you're doing it wrong. I'm saying like a lot of the women are doing things that aren't correct because they are lost.
Wow.
They read books to learn how to work that job, but they don't find out who they are and where they come from.
Now, you know what? I have to agree with that. A woman will read a book if it means a bump in her paycheck, if it means a bonus, if it means adding a skill that's going to make her more money. She'll read a book in that. And I'm not saying women don't read books. I'm not saying that. I'm saying reading to expand your consciousness as opposed to just reading to expand your wallet. Ladies, agree, disagree? 855-369-9898. We got
There's a lot of smart women who do read books and find out who they are, but they reject it.
Oof.
They basically tell God, fuck you.
I need some ladies to talk to me right now. Callers, who do we have? Talania from St. Louis in the building. Let's go. Talania. Is he right or wrong? Let's go.
Ain't that a freshwater fish?
Hi, guys. How you doing?
That's tilapia.
Talania.
How you doing, Talania?
Gosh. Yeah,
he done tore your name up already. He called you tilapia.
Y'all hungry or something?
I was joking.
Talk to me, honey.
No, it's all good. No, I do want to say first off, Corey, I am a huge fan of yours, but you are spitting truth tonight, though, for real. But I did want to comment though earlier about the women being whores thing. Can I comment about that, or the
absolutely yes,
or the current topic that you're talking about as far as work?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was calling because, I agree with you, Corey, as far as women being whores, but they just don't really like to, agree with that term because women want to get it in just as much as men. If anything, probably even more. The thing is, we fuck with feeling. Problem is, after that little get together, we're expecting a call or, for you to check on us or another date. And you guys have another, aspect, another thought process. Like you can call me daddy.
A real woman at home.
Baby come. That's how I think I see it. But oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, because you got to make this quick because we got to get some more callers in, honey.
No, I just want to give my, opinion on that as far as women are being called.
Opinion. It sounds like she knows what it is. Like when she's with a guy, she knows, okay, this is what it is. This is exactly what it is. Whereas a lot of women, they won't accept what it is, and they will make a fantasy about what it is and stand on that fantasy to the end.
Right. It goes back to what I said before. Women date ideas, and then men use their behaviors to fit the idea. So what happens is a woman, and this is why I say women get in trouble, because I'll ask 10 women and say, what speaks louder, words or behavior? Most women will say, behavior. Well, this is why most men don't develop their ability to communicate. They'd rather communicate with behavior. What can I do for you? What's the problem? How can I fix it?
That's a nice way of saying it.
We lie with
how
our
much,
behavior.
bitch? That's what you.
That's how you say.
That's how you should communicate with whores. You say, how much you selling your pussy for the night? And I've seen the car you pull up in, so don't overprice your pussy.
Don't do that.
Right. You can't get $200 if your car note ain't $200.
Oh, God. One more caller. I just need one more. Give me another caller. Another female. I know you on deck. Let's go. Lisa from LV. You're in the building. Let's go.
Hello?
Lisa, you on. Let's do this.
Oh, what's up? I agree with Corey 1,000%, and I just don't have any room for any woman that's having babies when they don't have to, period.
Wow.
I mean, a dude is a dude is a dude, and if I was a dude, half the women in this country wouldn't stand a chance, period, okay? So,
hey, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. We got to go now.
That's
but
my
thank
soulmate,
you.
Lisa from
that's
Vegas.
That's your soulmate?
I'll see you in Caesar's Palace one day. Run up on me, baby. Say, I'm Lisa from the Foxhole, motherfucker. I called in. All right, what's up, baby?
Hey, Corey, what we doing next, man? We gonna film this shit this weekend?
Man, we gonna film this shit and we gonna show the world. What we're doing, we're filming to prove the world the shit we talking about is real.
Right.
And in fact, I even thought of the name of a show.
What is it?
Something that I was inspired at the end of the night.
What is
on Tuesday? Corey and Zoe's Factual Opinions.
Oh, and I'm there. And I'm there. Factual opinions. Oh, God. Hey, listen. Text ZO to 90210. I need you to do that right now. You got to connect with me. You got to stay connected. Text ZO to 90210. My website, my new book, all my appearances. Oh, damn. We got Guy Black in the building. What's up,
You know what?
Lizzie?
I've been hearing what you guys talk about. I think it's a great idea to film this. I got the perfect event for you to film it at this weekend.
Where?
What?
The Taste of Soul. There will be over 100,000 people out there on Crenshaw. And you take a camera.
I'm
and
in.
You know what? We're endorsing it at the Foxhole.
Let's go do it, Corey. What?
$20 budget. Oh, Corey, you know that's too many people for you.
No, it ain't too many people.
Yeah, too many people in the mix.
what street you say is on again?
Crenshaw Boulevard.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Crenshaw.
Yo,
that's in L.A. You been watching Boys in the Hood too much.
Okay,
hey,
listen.
Look, that nigga got a red hot dog. Get him.
Hey, listen, we got to wrap it up, man. This is the Voice of Reason, special Voice
guess
of Reason.
what?
Yo, what's up?
We going 5 minutes over.
Well, let's go 5 minutes over.
We can do that if we want to.
Give us another caller. Do we got callers
One more
over
caller.
there?
Yeah,
Guy Black is up here. That's why I wasn't even tripping. I was like, y'all gonna let this shit ride.
Let's ride.
We're going to get a couple of more minutes out of it.
Who we got? Jacob from who?
Cali.
From Cali. Jacob, you're in the building. Talk to me.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right,
hear you.
look. This is what I want to say, right? I agree with y'all saying women's are whores, you know. Like the lady said before, you know, they you know, how do you tell? You know, they connive and they deceiving. You know, I got a baby mama. She was a Christian, Pentecostal, the whole nine, you know. We went to bed together. She said, oh, I can't get pregnant. I came in the house drunk. Oh, I can't get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have no more kids. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, she come pregnant. You know, start a whole bunch of bullshit. You know, I got another bitch. You know, she said she wasn't fucking with nobody. Her husband died and this and that. You know, I brought her some chicken and some fucking pizza. I was fucking on her. You know? Right. And the list goes on and on and on. You know, I mean.
Have you ever, hey, can I ask you a question? I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah,
have you ever had to commit to a woman to have sex with her?
When I tell you like this, when I was a teenager, yeah, I would always, I love you, baby, you know. But nowadays, you know, like you say, bitches are whores. You ain't got to.
Okay, you know what? Well, no. We got to get off. We got to get him off.
Why?
Because let me just say this. That question we cannot pose to a man. That has to be posed to a woman. And we have to flip it back around.
What do you mean? Like, you're going to ask a woman?
We need a woman to respond to that.
Respond to what?
The question being commitment.
Right.
And do you need a commitment for a dude to be able to hit you? To have sex with you?
Why would you ask a question that society shows time and time again.
But I
the
need
answer is no.
I need a woman to reconcile why that is the case.
You need a commitment to be with a woman if she think you ain't shit.
Wow.
If she think you a piece of shit, she gonna make you say some shit that's basically like, I'm committing to you in order to fuck you. But if she see potential in you,
you ain't got to commit.
She gonna fuck you off hope.
Oh, is that? I'm looking at faces. Is that?
You know
caller,
that's right.
Give me the caller. Kim from Chicago, Chi-Town in the building. Speak to us.
I get pussy off potential.
Hello?
Talk
Hey,
to
Joe.
us right
Hey,
now,
Corey.
Kim. Hey,
what's
Kim.
up, man?
Uh-oh.
No,
Hey.
you do not have to be committed to have sex.
Thank you.
That come from a lady.
My question
Can you text me your address right now?
But my question is,
I like the voice
but
already.
does that not lead to the problem that you spoke of?
Well, I'm blessed from God. I know how to not nut in motherfuckers. I gotta no nut in this bitch. Dick.
And as vile as Corey is making this out to be, he's making sense. You need to protect yourself on both ends.
He popping too.
You committed at that moment.
Wow.
I don't have the same problem with women that most guys have, because I have found out through trial and error, when you keep it real with them, they respect you more.
Yeah.
After I made a couple of mistakes and lied to women, I got the fuck away from them after I told them I lied to, or if they caught me in a lie. Because I know once they catch you in a lie,
No respect.
It's gonna snowball.
it's over. You are nothing.
Yeah.
You a
It's
piece
not
of shit now.
necessary.
You'll be making up for that lie every time you talk to her.
But sometimes you gotta lie. Like, what if you live with a girl and all your mail go there and her auntie was a whore?
What?
Well, if a woman is a whore, she had sex and she's not married, what's a man? If he does the same
A man,
The sister already called us that. We're whoremongers.
we're whoremongers. We're dogs.
Yes. That's what we are.
We're dogs. We're dogs. You could put 10 guard dogs in front of this house and train them to the fullest. But when the guard dog female walk by in heat, all of them gonna leave their post to go fuck her.
Oh man, hey, listen, this show was off the chain. I had to do it. Corey was key. Hey, man, thank you for coming down. Listen, Corey, what's your Twitter page? People need to follow you. Y'all need to go line up with Corey's Twitter page and his website, wherever you at. How do they find you, Corey?
You can voice your opinion at at the Corey Holcomb on Twitter. At the Corey Holcomb, CoreyHolcomb. And also today we was on my Twitter, I said, please, at the address on Twitter of the ugliest bitch you seen on Twitter. And I want to let y'all know that this girl won. Her name was...
he has his picture, too. It's horrible. Right there.
Keisha Cakes. Keisha Cakes won. The ugliest bitch on Twitter. And it's at Keisha Cakes. Keishak. Wow. I mean, CAKEXXS. Keisha Cakes. You have to look at this bitch picture. This bitch is absolutely awful.
She's awful.
We want to congratulate you, Keisha Cakes, for winning the ugliest bitch on Twitter contest today.
What did she get for that?
Voice your opinion at the Corey Holcomb.
Wow.
On Twitter.
Did she get a prize?
Listen, and you guys, like I said, I've been promoting this thing. Oh, what is the prize first?
We gonna get a bitch a hot dog.
Stupid.
Great show tonight. Again, text Zoe at 90210. You can find out all my information.
What are you doing tonight, Guy Black?
I'm sitting here watching y'all.
I mean, when you leave here, are you just going home? Or are you
No,
going?
we're going to hang out because we got to talk about some business.
Me and Guy Black are going to find some whores. And we're going to be like Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan in the room.
There you go. I wanted to ask you, Corey, before we got out of here. Where are you appearing? Some of your appearances coming up. People can buy tickets to see you.
Hey, listen, I just want to let Detroit know I'm on my motherfucking way next week.
Shit.
At the Masonic Temple.
Oh, up in there.
We getting down next week.
Yeah.
Show gonna be off the chain.
Yeah.
Detroit, fuck with me.
That's good shit. Text Zoe at 90210. We are wrapping it up. We went a little long today because it was special.
It was special.
Appreciate you, man. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again next week, man.
Yeah, and I want to say to all of the whores that are mad at me, it's because you don't know you're a whore. And I'm not mad at you just because you're mad at me. If you want to find out how much of a whore you are, I'm at the Corey Holcomb on Twitter. Let me explain yourself to you.
All right, that's it. We out. Appreciate y'all. See you next week.
Thank you.
J-Spot.